All right.
Mhm.
So the three of you, we are going to open the session. We open the beginning of pretty much the like last act of the circus is about to go on. It is two newcomers. It is a pair of tiefling twins who are purple. So I'll type that out. They are tiefling twins, purple. Oh, that's a butcher spelling.
Purple.
Hey, I don't need extra comments from you.
Yeah, we do. We need more extra comments.
No, we don't need any extra comments.
No, no. I will behave myself.
He did that on purpose.
Quiet. You haven't seen, no one has directly seen their act yet. They did produce it for Mrs. Barrett, and Mrs. Barrett said okay. They have recently joined you in the town that you are currently in. You are currently in the town of Hayasaki. There you go. You are currently in Hayasaki. You've also noticed that just roaming around the outskirts of town. What? What are you laughing at?
I'm sorry. I just thought the thought that came in my head was Hayasaki. Ah, yes, Hayasaki.
Oh, all right. So next time, just put yourself on mute.
I couldn't stop the laughter. I tried.
I'll mute you. I'll mute you then. So you are in Hayasaki. You have noticed there seems to be more people, like more musicians and artists in this town. You're unsure if they're homeless because a lot of performers don't want to look homeless, if they're a street performer or if they're a street artist or anything like that. They much prefer to be looked upon as presentable and formal, and they want to be taken seriously as an artist. Now, whether that art means it's comedy or something like that, that's different. But their presentation is always nice. Um, and at the end, you see them. So they finish. Everyone gives a big round of applause. Mrs. Barrett goes out and um, tells everyone thank you for coming out, and she seems to go up to kind of like the front rows and starts like handing out like candy to children. The two tieflings run into Daesong. Do you want to go by Daesong or Daesong?
My friends can call me Dave.
No, me, the narrator. What am I calling you?
Daesung.
Okay, so Daesung, the two tieflings run into you, and they kind of like thumb their nose at you, like, "Oh, very much better than your tricks," and they have a laugh. You do manage to see that it looks like they had these puppets, but you didn't see any strings, so they're not like a marionette or um, it wasn't a like a
Hello.
hand puppet. It might have been some sort of um there might have been some sort of ventriloquist, or you weren't sure. You didn't catch the act seeing it from that side. You only just kind of saw.
Sure, I'm not really interested in their act. What I want to know is, did they get more applause?
Oh, 100%.
What?
Well, they were last,
Ooh.
and no one's ever seen really tieflings. They're pretty rare. They're purple with like these big red eyes, and they seem to glow. There just seems to be some sort of aura around them that people just generally like. Not to say that they don't like you, but they went after, like, if you went after them, you probably would have gotten more applause. Maybe you warmed them up too much, you might think. Maybe you did
That's
too
got to be it.
maybe you did too good of a job. Just
My
wait.
show is the greatest show on the planet. There's no way their show could have been better.
Exactly, which is why you're like, all right, well, fuck these guys. So it's clearly them, and it's clearly the audience is wrong, and it's not me, clearly. So Gomi, you help, you and Daichi start help breaking down some of the larger parts. You guys know that you're going to be in town for at least another 3 or 4 days. You're not going to be breaking down the whole tent, but you're going to take down some of the stuff that's like dangerous to leave up. So you start breaking that down. And it is at this point where one of the boys who got candy from Mrs. Barrett, he hasn't left yet. He's still there, even though there's no other really adults left, and the only people left seem to be just other circus workers, other people who are just, behind the scenes people. What would you like to do?
You're talking to Gomi.
We're
Well,
thinking. We're thinking.
I said that Dai Chi and
Yeah.
Gomi were there.
I'm trying to think. I'm like, so I guess did we notice this kid that's just sitting there? Or
Yeah, he's just sitting there. He's just kind of like doing that little kid thing where he's just kind of like kicking his legs because his feet don't reach the ground from like the benches you have.
Get over here, boy. We got work to do.
He sees that you like are addressing him directly, and he just kind of like points to him, and he just kind of like squeaks a sound.
Yeah, you. Get over here. Come
and
here.
He seems petrified.
I will walk up to him and stop whatever I'm doing. I'm gonna walk up to the youngster.
Yes, as you approach him, he seems to be just like a regular kid. He's wearing like just these brown shorts. They might have been pants at one point, and it's unsure if he cut them or if they just got turned into tatters. And he just kind of like Mister. And he kind of like pulls down like on your shirt because you're wearing like your what are you wearing currently? Are you like in your robes? Are you just like in your regular
Yeah,
clothes?
well, I probably just wearing like the pants and then like maybe like a just like a light shirt or something for menial labor.
All right, so yeah, he just kind of like tugs at your shirt, just trying to like to try and get you to lean over.
Tell me, youngin, why shouldn't you be running along? The show's over.
I don't have anywhere to be.
Nowhere to be or nowhere to go?
Both. And he starts to like sniffle, and you could totally feel waterworks coming on if you fuck this up.
Hmm. Not particularly good with little children. Is your parents around?
I don't have
And then
any
I
parents.
just kind of make like that awkward
then-
face
and
where I'm
then
not really sure what the.
He's like, I don't have any parents. And he starts crying, and he almost
I
chokes
wonder
on the
why.
candy.
So I kind of like start to freak out a little bit because this isn't like naturally my element. So I kind of like gently grab him by the shoulders to kind of start try and calm him down a little bit. Oh, don't freak out. Gomi, have you seen Mrs. Barrett?
I have not. I have not. I don't know where she is.
You think you can finish up here while I go and find her?
Yeah. Are you gonna take the kid with you, or are you gonna leave the kid here?
I think it's probably best if I take him with me.
Okay, I'll finish up here then, and you can take the kid and find her.
Alrighty, and that is what I will do.
All right,
attempt
so
to do.
he's pretty much like he'll gather himself, but then he'll rethink of that like he'll rethink of sad things, or there'll be something that just like will re-trigger him to start like sniffling, and you'll hear like a like as he's just trying to like hold it all in.
Hmm. I'm just trying to think. I don't know if I would have anything particularly on me that I could give to the kid to calm him down. So yeah, I guess I'm just gonna try and mostly keep him calm while I search about for my proprietor here.
All right, so while you do that, Hisoka, you have noticed the two purple tieflings they've made their way like way backstage, and they just kind of like they both kind of give you like a simultaneous and synchronized wave, and they both say like not in unison, but one starts to say the beginning of the sentence, your two friends are still inside, and the other one goes, and they're playing with a little orphan boy.
Do I know who these people are?
They're referring to they've watched the two purple tieflings. You've seen them for a day. Like this is the first like actual interaction with them, but you get the gist that they're referring to Gomi and Daichi.
These two tieflings are part of the circus?
Yes.
Okay.
They were the last act of the night.
They're the last act.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else I need to know?
There's no one who's not carnival worker left in the area except for this little boy.
All right. So two purple tieflings told me that my two buddies are with a child in the other room.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think so. All right. Well, thank you very much for letting me know. Maybe I should go see what because there shouldn't be children left here anymore.
No, they don't feed us children at the circus, I guess. No, and it is like they're clearly joking, but they're saying it in like a very, very like deadpan kind of way until like they can't hold it back any longer and they just start cracking up. And they just go, "Oh, I heard that the big dude made stew," and the guy goes, I love stew."
All right, and Hisoka will start walking past them, and as he does, he'll say, "That's brutal," and give them a high five.
They high five back.
All right. And he goes
So
in
as
the
you enter in the main tent from the backstage entrance, you see Daichi, Gomi, and this little boy. And Daesung, you've watched that interaction with Hisoka, and you see him also head towards the tent.
All right. All right. So I guess I'll start off. Hisoka walks in and he'll say, "Hey, Die Guy and Go Meister, what's going on?"
Ah, young one. Have you seen Mrs. Barrett?
Nope.
Are you any good with kids?
I kind of am a kid.
Good. I'm going to leave this one here with you, and then I kind of
You look
awkwardly
over
kind
and
of
you see this little kid who's like half covered in like snot. He's got like tear lines out like of his tears on his face.
Is his eyeliner running?
He doesn't have any sweet eyeliner, but if he did, it would not have been enough for the Avengers.
Kid, you're not cute when you cry.
Yeah, he's an ugly crier.
Oh boy. Hey,
It's like,
little guy.
Why do I keep losing voice here?
I'm not sure, but that's what you see. Yeah, and the little boy's just got like a white long sleeve T-shirt basically. It just seems to be like as you get closer, you see it's kind of like a hand stitched mesh of a T-shirt, or shirts. Like it's a collection of shirts that this kid probably found and put together. Um, he has like these brown shorts, but they're kind of like torn at like the knee where they were probably pants at one point, and then he started maybe just cannibalizing the material elsewhere.
Okay.
And he seems really upset.
What's wrong, little buddy?
And then he just kind of goes, I don't have any more friends.
Oh, little guy, I'll be your friend.
And he goes, do you purr when I pet you?
No, but I could try.
He's stunned, and he's unsure if that was an invitation or not. You have blown his like 6-year-old mind.
What do you need? What can I do for you?
Can you help me find my cat?
Cat, I love cats, sure.
His name is Risa.
Risa the cat. All right, well, where'd you last see Risa the cat?
Well, in the part of town that I live, other pets have been going missing, and then when they're found, they're missing pieces of their legs.
Well, that's pretty morbid.
I don't know what that word means.
Daesung, who has had no interest in this child at all.
Well,
Ears perk up when he hears animals showing up with missing. What animals are showing up?
some of
state.
the street dogs, cats. There was a piece of a drake's wing that was torn, but
So when
or
the
or
dogs when
cut.
the animals come back without a leg, are they still alive?
They kinda. They can't walk. It's just like their whole leg is gone limp or flat. But if you touch their legs, they
Huh.
still have they still got the meaty part and bone, but whatever makes it work is not there anymore.
Ah, it's a bone vampire.
Vampire, and he's now gone like completely white.
No, it's okay, kid. Don't freak out. He's just kidding. It's just his tall tales that he.
No, it
that he
sounds
does.
exactly like a bone vampire.
Yeah, don't listen to him. He's just going off. He had a little maybe too much to drink tonight. He's
What are you talking about? This is my profession. I'm a fucking monster hunter.
so I usher the child away,
Hey, language.
and I'm trying to distract him as I'm doing so.
Okay. You have done so efficiently. What would the party like to do next?
I
Well,
want to keep questioning the kid about the
yeah, I
bone
mean,
vampire.
Hisoka's pretty invested in finding where this cat right now.
I would like to know where the animals' disappearances are starting. Like, where are they centered around?
They're centered around the black area, and the black area refers
Racist.
the black area refers to the area that doesn't get lit with lamps. The city doesn't send people to light that out. You really only see light kind of escaping through cracks in people's windows and under doors and the occasional tavern or two. The city doesn't really take care of that part of the area, and so at night it just goes black, and that's why it's called the black area.
Yeah, what's
I
your
think
name,
you're
little boy?
referring to the hood.
My 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 name is Takia.
Takia. Nice to meet you, Takia. I'm Hisoka.
Nice to meet you, Hisoka. You're not like them. And he's like pointing to like the big yellow monster. And he's also pointing to the gigantic green monster.
I'm sorry, are you referring to me as a
Hey, little
monster?
shit.
From his point of view, you're a monster, yes.
Well, from my point of view, the Jedi are evil.
I don't understand that reference, because that is not in that universe.
Well, Hisoka will respond with saying, "Well, these guys aren't so bad either, but I understand what you mean."
Hey,
And he goes, I I can take you to where I last had him.
Okay, we could
let's
start
do that.
there.
That's a good start.
All right. And as he like leads you through, um, there's just like this old guy with like this broom who's just kind of like he's been in the room and he seems to have been eavesdropping, and then you as like right before you exit you turn around to just like check again, one of the four of you, and he just doesn't seem to be there anymore.
What's the kid's? How do you spell the kid's name?
It's in the chat.
Oh,
The
okay.
Roll20 chat.
Okay.
Oh, I
And
thought you
the-
said Kia.
Anybody else see that old guy that was just around the corner?
You talking about Scruffy?
He has a name? I didn't think we knew him. Is that old
No,
man anybody
I don't.
we
I don't think I
recognize?
saw. I don't think I saw the old man. Did I see the old man? Steve?
I think
He
I'm
said-
the only old man here.
Hmm.
Yeah, it must have just been the light bending, time dilation with some swamp gas coming off of Venus or something. I don't know.
This isn't Shrek Swamp, okay? This is different.
Listen, we can combine all the streams if we want to. Um, so Talk brings you to like the downtown black area of Hayasaki. And what?
I'm sorry, Bede.
Racist.
Just say it's the urban area.
You brought it on yourself. Sorry.
I didn't know we couldn't be adults about it. So as he takes you to the area, Gomi, you've noticed it kind of looks like scratchings like on the different like corners of the roads. Um, and only you've noticed this, but they seem to actually be orc markings, like single words pointing out different directions or different clues. And what also gets your attention, Hisoka, is it also looks a lot like Thieves' Cant to you.
Can I decipher it?
Would you like to get closer to one of the markings that you see?
Absolutely.
All right, and then just give me an investigation check.
Investigation check. Alrighty.
All right, we're gonna go with a 4. So you
Great.
spend about 15 minutes, um, like going over the markings, and you come up with the word, like the phrase, the jolly cow.
So it looks like from these markings on the wall, there's something about a jolly cow.
Yes, yes, very informative. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
Can we do some real investigation?
You be my guest.
Yes, do please enlighten us.
Can we ask that kid what it means? Maybe he knows something.
Yeah, does that ring any bells to you?
And he goes,
Takuya?
the jolly cow is the only tavern in downtown Hayasaki that is just open all the time. It never closes.
Okay. Well,
So
maybe
should we go there?
maybe we should see what that's all about.
Yeah, let's
I wonder
go.
why it would be
Should
written
we? I
in
thought we were
Thieves'
looking
Cant.
for a cat.
I thought we were looking for animals missing a limb.
Yeah.
Are
You,
these
you
not?
just you just read the words "the jolly cow" on the wall, and you're like, okay, let's just go there instead.
But is it a
Yeah.
coincidence that this kid looking for a cat also knows about this place? That just seems randomly written on the ground?
I mean, he lives here.
Not necessarily.
Like
yeah,
I know the names of other bars in my area that I don't drink at.
He's a little kid. He's not old enough to drink.
Well, what's
Sure,
what's
but
striking
like,
out to Hisoka that it's in Thieves' Cant? Why would it be in Thieves' Cant?
because it's a place where thieves gather.
Right. And I think that might be part of it.
Aren't thieves normally in the bones of pets
Well,
market?
technically, I don't know about that stuff yet. I don't really. I mean, you're the guy who knows about that stuff. But to Hisoka, this seems fishy.
Well, he said, well, we know about the bones of pets. The kid told us about that.
Oh yeah, I thought you were referring to the bone vampire.
Oh no,
conclusion.
no. That was me referencing Futurama.
I thought you were being serious.
No.
Okay.
I mean that does sound like what it could be, but I wouldn't put it past Daesung to make up a monster like that, just to sound like he knows what he's talking about.
All right, got it.
But
Strike that from the record. 'Cause I literally wrote that in my notes.
I'm glad my lies can trick you.
Yeah, sarcasm doesn't come easily on
Well,
here.
it wasn't sarcasm. That was sincerely said. So what I'm getting at is, we're looking for animals missing bone, and you saw the words "the jolly cow" and I don't know. We can check it out. I mean, we have no other leads. There's no animals around, obviously.
So, are these not in a similar direction?
Are you asking the DM or are you asking the kid?
I'll ask the kid. Takoya, are these in a? Do you know if the jolly cow is near where you thought your animal might be missing?
Well, that's not where I go to sleep, but it's not that far. Maybe a
All right,
5-minute walk.
Well, maybe we'll look for your little cat, Risa, first, and then while we're over there in that part of town, maybe we'll check the other place out, if that's all right.
Okay. And he's very timid about it. And then he makes mention. I've never been inside. It sometimes gets quite loud. And
You don't have to go inside. Don't worry.
okay. And then he points out the way. You walk about for 5 minutes. You find noticing like as you're walking through the streets, whereby the circus and where towards the more affluent area of town, the streets are like 20 feet wide. There's like merchant stalls and tents and markets. There's a lot of benches. There's a lot of activity that even though it's night, a lot of people seem active and social. And as you've gotten further and further into the downtown area, um, it's gotten a lot quieter and people aren't speaking so socially. It's more a huddled group of two or three individuals speaking in hushed tones. All seem to be very wearing not as colorful clothes as the people by the circus or even in the circus. They're wearing very much so more earth tones, and like none of their hair is styled. They just seem
Okay.
to be like not giving a fuck about it.
I tell Nub Nub to keep a much tighter grasp on our coin purse.
And he responds in Gnomish that you understand is agreement.
Hmm. Well, he and I are on the same page. We can tell there's some shady folks here.
Nub nub.
That's what Gnomish sounds like to you?
Well, to everyone else, it just sounds like a Pokemon, basically.
Num 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 num.
Nice.
It's like an Ewok or something.
Yeah.
All right,
All right.
and so you've
so-
arrived at the Jolly Cow, and the sign out front is a big cleaver, basically like beheading a cow.
All right. Ahsoka recommends, why don't I stay out here with Takuya and watch him while you guys go in and find out what you can see.
I don't know how much I want to enter an establishment that thinks a cow could be jolly. Head is.
Yes,
The cow is fulfilling his purpose. He is making food. How could he be any less jolly?
So you're not a vegetarian.
Absolutely not.
All right.
So
all right.
are we
But
going
fine.
in?
I'll go in.
All right.
Only to try and find a lead.
As you enter, you see a very long C-shaped bar on the left side as soon as you walk in. There seems to be like 20 tables, and then there are around like 10 smaller tables that are only seating two. The larger tables can seat anywhere from like 4 to 8, and it is packed with half orcs, it is packed with Goliaths, and it is packed with hobgoblins. Hobgoblins, you've seen those before, Daisung. They're the very tall, basically cousins of goblins, where they are red-skinned, black hair. They're known for their intelligence, and you've seen a couple get into some actual like magic brawls before,
Mm-hmm.
like magic wizard duels.
Sure,
The
but do
Goliaths
they normally hang out in cities? It's a little unusual, isn't it?
that does strike you as a little odd, and it's not just one. There's a couple, and they're not all sitting together. They seem to be interspersed with the Goliaths, and the Goliaths also strike you as odd, being as they're half giant, half humans, um, kin that
Mm-hmm.
they roam in herds and in groups. They call themselves herds. Um, their family structures, but they're more of the nomading type. They really only come into the city when they have wares to sell.
Hmm.
And everyone knows that half orc labor is the backbone of the empire.
If I were to cast light on a a handful of sand, would the entire handful of sand light up?
I would say a grain of sand in there.
So you're not gonna let me just do like a nice little light show where I just throw the sand up in the air and it like it disperses and the lights go out because it's no longer one piece.
You can do it this one time.
All right, so I want to do that,
Yeah.
and then I want to shout, listen, attention, folks! The great John Desong has entered. Yes, you all know me from the circus performance. I know. Yes, you can have autographs later. And I cast Gust to make my robes wave and like
Billow.
billow. They billow gloriously.
Mm-hmm.
And I wait to hear. I wait to see the reception to my presence.
At this point, I'm just kind of rubbing my eyes, like, oh, geez, here we go again.
Nub is throwing like flower petals over.
None
And I'm
of
making the flower petals like billow in the wind as well.
none of the hobgoblins seem to pay you any mind. The Goliaths, who don't have a lot of a long history with magic, look, and they're just kind of like they're giving you that like puppy head tilt look, like, huh? Like, what the fuck just happened? And the half orcs just, they really don't. It's just another day for them. They don't turn around.
Wow. I've never had such a poor reception before.
And from the left side of you, and he goes, reception, and he just kind of like hits you like on the back. Is like, is this thing on? And like everyone starts to laugh. And the person who did that is a half orc who seems extraordinarily beautiful for a half orc, but is probably very ugly by half orc standards.
Was everyone laughing at me?
They're laughing at the person who just made the joke.
Mm.
If you think they're laughing at you, take that what you will. But
I think they're laughing at me, is what I'm getting.
that's your judgment, man.
Do you know who I am, young lady?
Young? I'm probably twice your age.
How old are you?
Well, you look about 10, so I'm probably 20. And everyone starts laughing again.
I snort.
Aren't I taller than this half orc?
Oh, you're way taller.
All right.
But this dude is just like exhuming, like he's just like putting on like the stops.
Okay, so it's a dude.
Yeah, it's a male half orc, but he's a very, very beautiful George Clooney half orc.
I see.
Yeah.
I think you missed your match, Song.
Well, why don't you back me up then?
No, this is too much fun.
So hard to find. All right.
What and then he speaks to you again, Daisong, and he goes, what's a dragonborn doing at the Jolly Cow?
Well, it's a long story, but
I like long stories over drinks. And he like claps his hands, and the half orc who has these like C-shaped who has like these big C-shaped tusks that are like filed to like a perfect point. He just kind of like nods, and you can see him like just filling up mugs, and it looks like a human girl grabs them. Long hair, and there's like a table like right near him, and he goes, "Oh, sit."
Are you buying?
I don't buy anything here.
Well, then I will not drink. Thank you. I put my hand up to the young lady. I'm like, no, thank you. No, thank you.
He takes your drink and just starts drinking it.
That's not. And I point. I like indicate to her like that's on his tab. That's not mine.
And then she laughs at you. She goes, "Shinya doesn't pay for anything here."
Yes, well, neither will I if you try to charge me for it. So keep that in mind. I heard a roll. I heard a roll.
I didn't roll. Oh, I typed Shinya.
Oh, Shinya.
Yes, I see a name.
And so I'll speak to Shinya. So we found a kid in our circuit. He wouldn't leave. You know kids. Terrible. Crying. It's not the whole 9 yards.
Ugh, they taste terrible.
I'm sorry?
What?
I swear I heard. they taste terrible.
Yeah, the beer here tastes terrible.
Ah, okay. Sorry, my mistake. My mistake.
Yeah.
Yes. So the kid was hanging out at our circus, and he mentioned that a lot of the animals, well, they're missing their bones.
Bones?
Yes.
Like the white things.
Yes. Things made of cartilage. Well, not cartilage. What is it? Marrow. They're hard. Hurts a lot when they break.
Yeah, and he goes, he notices Gomi, just like chilling in the back, and he goes, yeah, when these tusks break, it really fucking hurts, and it takes a long time for them to grow back. How long does it
Exactly.
take for the animal bones to grow back?
They don't.
They don't.
Don't.
Wow,
No.
that sucks for them.
I mean, I guess if you cut off like the tip of a finger, that would grow back. But like, that's basically the extent.
Ugh. Mammal regeneration's stupid.
Yes. Well, they can't be as fortunate as your kind and mine.
He snickers at that, and he kind of does a like wave of his hand, and then you notice that before you there was just kind of like that dull roar of people talking in the area, but he's just like, well, let's just liven up this a little bit, and he like waves his hand, and all of a sudden there's like instruments towards the back that just start playing by themselves, and it just starts playing like just like regular tavern music, and he goes, much better, as you were saying.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you over the music.
What music? And he makes it louder.
I wish I had spells that could counter this. All right, so instead of trying to talk to him, I'll just talk to him with message.
Mhm.
That way it's in his head and he can't ignore me. So you wouldn't happen to have heard any news of animals missing their, appendage?
Yes, some of the messenger boys who I use to help me with my instruments have mentioned that some of the animals in the area are coming back maimed. Flibbity flobbity limbs, like it's made out of jello, but the bone's in there. I felt one of the dog's back legs, and everything's in there that I can tell, but I'm also not a medic. Just another.
So the bone's
musician.
in there, but it's gone like rubbery.
Yeah, like there's nothing pulling or pushing or whatever. I don't know.
So it's not a bone vampire. I could have sworn it would be a bone vampire.
Bone vampire, and he looks at you like he's just kind of like, what?
It's exactly like what it sounds. They suck the bones right out of you.
Interesting.
Uh-huh. Yes, I've encountered many in my time. Well, you know what area? You said your messenger boys would notice this. Do you know what area they would see this in?
Yeah, pretty much anywhere within 5 or 6 blocks of here, and even there was rumors of it by the music shop that I attend to.
The music shop.
The music shop.
Music. Well, I guess you could use
Are
bone.
you deaf? And he's like, human friend, is your dragon friend deaf? He keeps repeating himself.
I think he's a lot more than deaf.
What does it matter if I'm deaf? I'm talking to you in your mind. I know perfectly well you can hear me. And I can hear you.
Man, no one can understand the words that are coming out of your mouth.
I want to call him something dirty and
Go ahead.
just no.
Well, okay.
The equivalent of a shiznit.
Mhm.
All right, so he's not very helpful.
He
Well, I
goes,
think I'm
"Well,
done with this line.
if you can get me a piece of an animal, I can help maybe locate the rest of it, but I haven't had the heart to take another piece of an animal that's already missing something.
How would you locate What? From what I understand, all the pieces are there. Now you're saying there's pieces missing.
Well, things just don't go flibbity floobity on accident.
And how would you locate the other pieces?
He goes, I saw that little display that you called an entrance there. What was your name
Yes,
again?
my dazzling.
Daesong?
Yes, John, you can call me.
I'm gonna call you John then.
Yes.
Oh, he can call you John. I see how it is.
Yes, he can call me John because that's my family. You're not supposed to refer to me as Daesung. That is my name, and you are not worthy of referring to me.
Was this all out loud? I hope so.
Yes.
Mhm.
Well.
In character.
This is the banter.
Yes, okay. And he goes, well, I don't know, how long you've been around here, but I know how to find things.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I then I take a coin out of my pouch.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to do a magic trick.
Okay. Go ahead.
So I'm gonna give the coin to Nub Nub.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have him hide it somewhere.
Okay.
Nub nub.
And while Nub Nub's hiding it, I'm gonna like dazzle him, like
Mhm.
Floating like orbs and stuff like that.
Yeah, sure.
All right. So like, good 2 minutes comes out. Nub Nub comes back. He tells me where he's hidden the coin,
Mm-hmm.
and then I ask him, "All right, find the coin."
Well, I need a piece of the coin to find the rest of it. Do you have any other, do you have a piece of it? Well, if you give me a piece of another coin, I could probably locate that one.
Fine. I give him my cheapest coin.
Alright, so he takes a copper, and he claps his hands together, and you just hear like a BAMF, and he just disappears. And you hear like a you hear like the sound of like just like the force of like something hitting the ground and like tables and glass breaking somewhere in the bar, and then it bursts back, and he goes, got it, and now he has 2 pieces.
You could have got that coin anyway.
I didn't see where you hid that one.
Nub Nub, where do you say you found it?
You consult with Nub Nub, and Nub Nub tells you that he also put a marking on the coin just to make sure, because
Why would you do that?
because he didn't want you to lose your coin, and he doesn't want to get hit again, and
Well, if he found the coin, I'm gonna hit you anyway, so he better not have found the coin. So there better not be a marking on it.
he like just kind of shrugs,
Alright, show me the coin.
and he flips you the coin that you gave him originally, and he goes, there you go.
And I look at it. Is there any marking on it?
Well, that's the original coin you gave him.
Okay. God damn it. You suck. Okay, you have some skills. I admit you have some skills. Not as much as the great Sunday song. But that was an impressive display. I will admit that.
I can only do that like a couple more times today, so don't ask me to do it too many more. I can only do that like 3 more spell slots.
Okay. Alright, well, if we find a enfeebled animal, we'll bring it.
Okay.
I'm curious though. It seems like you teleported away. How would you bring us to the piece that was missing?
You don't know much about magic, do you?
I do. I just don't know much about what you're doing.
Well, and as you were trying to study him as hard as you can, you just can't understand the somatic, the verbal components that he's doing just doesn't make any sense to you. It almost looks like he made it up somewhere.
I see.
It doesn't follow any school. It doesn't follow or any sort of like organized school. It just seems like something this dude made or like came across and stole from somebody. Maybe you're unsure, but he knows how to just bamf in and out of places.
Reminds me quite a little bit like a leprechaun.
What's a leprechaun?
Well, yes. Well, leprechaun wouldn't, of course, in a whooshy store. Why would you have a leprechaun? But all right. Well, I think that's enough for me. Does Brogan have anything to ask or say to this man before we depart?
I don't know who Brogan is. I think Daichi might have something.
I don't remember his character name.
That's helpful.
His name here on the thing is Brogan.
Yes, but we have a little tab that has our characters' names. But no, I don't have anything else to ask this guy. I've been too busy laughing my ass off at this whole display.
Yes. All right. Well, then we will depart. Farewell.
Yeah, Shinya's funny as fuck. And then he goes, he says
funny.
something in Orcish that, Gomi, you hear is, oh my god, can you believe that guy doesn't know how to do anything about magic? But it sounded like, like everyone kind of cheered and like clanked mugs. So it almost sounded like he was starting like some sort of like drinking song.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I cast Bane on all of them. I'm kidding. Cast Shatter.
Oh god.
Alright, so we are leaving the bar in search of an enfeebled animal. Does anyone have any skills to track down enfeebled animals?
Mm,
I'm not
maybe.
much of a tracker.
I have
If you
I
were
have survival
if you
skills.
were-
I imagine hunting is in part of
Maybe?
that.
Yes,
I have nature.
hunting, following, would be a survival check. Nature would be more about identifying something
Alright, I have a
specific.
better survival skill than that, so I could use
I've
that.
got
ability.
rad survival skills. So let me see what I can find out here.
All right.
19. Yes. After maybe about 20 minutes of searching with Hisoka, helping lend an extra eye or ear when he can, you have noticed a blood trail that leads off into one of the sewers.
Which one of us is? Oh, he noticed it. Okay.
Yes, Daichi noticed this.
Yes. Aha, a trail.
Mm-hmm.
I found something, boys.
That-
Where is
Please don't
where
be
is it?
sewers. Please don't be sewers. Please don't be sewers.
Yeah, where's this trail leading?
Sewers.
Sewers.
So you found a trail, and Takuya is like standing next to me, right?
Yes.
Huh. I don't know if this is small child safe.
He goes.
Listen, if I have to go in the sewers, the kid has.
Is your home near here at all?
Because I don't sleep in the sewers.
No,
They've
no,
got-
not in the
there's-
sewers.
There's things in there the size of that are like gigantic and they can eat you in one bite. And there's tales of kids who go in and they don't come out. Mm-mm.
Well, all right. So I turn to the rest of the group and say, I don't think it's a good idea to bring him in.
Well, where do you suggest we leave him? This is
I
a
don't
very
know.
black part of town.
Why don't we leave him in the bar? I'm sure the Shinya would love to taste.
We're not doing that.
I'll keep a watch on him, and I'd pick him up and put him on my shoulders.
Yeah, you just like a mama cat. You just like pick him up by like the scruff. You just like yup, and you just like throw him up there. Up, you're there now. This is where you live.
Yes,
All right, and I'll reassure
This is
Takuya
mine.
and say,
I made this.
don't worry, Takuya. Jong is very, very strong and will protect you.
Just Daichi.
Daichi, whatever. Sorry.
Yeah, Daichi and Gomi are like Olympian level strong.
Yeah. So hopefully that reassures him.
Yes, as he sits on your gigantic traps, he's just like, yeah, I could. This is good. This is fine. We're fine here.
We're all fine now.
Yeah.
How are you? All right, into
Alright,
the
so-
sewers then, boys.
Yep, we can do that. So is there an entrance? Are we near the entrance to the sewer?
Yes, you see it is, it's kind of got like that submarine or like ship kind of, circular handle.
Like a porthole?
Yeah, that where you'd have to spin it in a direction to unlock it, and then it would pop open from there.
All right, and the blood. Can someone? I guess I can. I don't know. I guess I can't tell anything really from the blood itself, like what animal it came from, or
Mm,
do you want? Is that a nature check maybe?
it would be a nature check, but you could. I mean, you could probably tell how old it is. You wouldn't be able to
Okay.
tell what animal it is unless you maybe wanted to taste it, and
No, I
you
don't wanna
had
do
a
that.
history of.
I think he wants to taste it.
You know, I could probably get away with that, but I'm not gonna. I'm just fine with doing the nature check if that's all right.
Yeah, go ahead. 18. So, with an 18, this blood seems to be anywhere from 1 to maybe like 3 hours. It's not completely dried, but it's not like it's not thick yet. It's starting to dry out a little bit.
All right, so I relay to the group that the blood is not fully dry, so I think we might be an hour or two behind whatever caused it.
As before we enter the sewers, I'm taking off all my finery and packing it in my bag. Because of having to disrobe Nub Nub, I have to like pack all the clothes inside Nub Nub's little resting hole. So now he's like hanging from it.
Mm-hmm.
Can I do a perception check to see if there's any either thieves' cant or any kind of like signs at all at the sewers?
Yes, investigation check. Or perception check, sorry. Perception check
Oh.
first.
All right, perception first.
Would his perception check be aided by me casting light?
Yes, I'll give him advantage. Because he's a human and he's not really super good.
Advantage for perception, so I'll roll it again.
Roll it again.
Oh.
And we'll take the higher of the two.
Oh.
And he crits it! Yeah, you totally... you see some scribings on the actual handle of the entrance of the sewers.
There's some scribbling on these handles. Do I then can I figure out what they say or?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It makes it says shape changers trapped inside.
So I think this handle says shape changers trapped inside. Huh, that's weird. What do you think it means?
Trapped inside where exactly?
Probably
like-
the sewer.
So do we go into the sewer?
Maybe it means
Can we?
maybe instead of shape changers trapped inside, it's shape trapped changers inside.
It does loop all the
maybe?
way around. It could be that.
Yeah, Ahsoka can't decipher any further from that.
All right,
Shape-
then, Mr. Bone Vampire.
Oh, we've already
Bone
established some
Vampire
kind
Hunter. Do you have any experience with shape changers?
do I have experience with shape? Of course. I mean, of course I have experience with shape changers, right?
Roll-
right, DM?
Roll
Of
a
course
his-
I have experience.
Roll a history check.
History.
Yeah.
I'm not good at history.
Oh yeah, you have in your mind, you've had the most, most experiences with shape changers, and people from all over your province come to you for help writing their books about shape changers.
Of
And
course.
they could be any shape, of course, that they can change, and you know that they can die. And you don't know where they're born, but you know that they're vulnerable to being stabbed, and they're vulnerable to losing all their air. Normal life and death stuff. And with a 7, which isn't particularly good,
So rub
you're
it in.
you're really unsure of anything about shape. You're just gonna whatever you feel is right is what you're just gonna say, whether it actually is or isn't right.
Well, probably.
Visit, and I'm thinking about California next year.
We can talk about that later.
Yeah.
We're back.
Hey, they're back.
He's done talking to himself.
Yes, the poison. The poison for Cusco. Cusco.
Okay, so I think we've established I know everything about shape changers, and I have informed the group.
Of what? What did you say to him?
Oh my god, I'm not repeating what you just said.
That's.
But we're never gonna know.
They're not gonna know.
How are they not gonna know? They just heard Oh, that's true. Nick and
I-
Mike and them weren't in the same channel.
That is correct. That is why I made that second channel.
A bitch.
Ah.
I'm
I
gonna
don't
force
rem-
you to roleplay, motherfucker.
I don't remember what you said though.
Yeah, with the 7 history check.
Let's see. Shape change. Yes, well they probably changed shape. Yes, that is definitely it's in the name. So
Context clues.
yes. And like most things, they probably can die. They're probably not immortal. I mean, I hope not. That would be scary. Immortal monster, huh? Yeah, stab him with the pointy end.
Do you think this has anything to do with Takoya's cat?
I mean, in my professional opinion, it's possible.
All right. Then I guess that's all we have to go on.
Good session, guys. I'll see you next week. How do we know if a shapeshifter has shifted into a shape, though? Do we know that? Do we just guess?
It
You'll
could be any one
see-
of us.
It could even be any one of us.
You'll see deja vu. You'll have deja vu. It'll be like a glitch in the matrix, you know.
How long have we really known Takoya?
Oh my
Oh,
god.
that's a good point. Yes, he could be a shapeshifter.
And Hisoka
And
pats
he's
him on the back
luring
and says,
he's
"Just
luring
kidding."
us into the
How long has he known his cat? He also doesn't have parents.
Mighty suspicious, Takoya.
If you're me and I'm you, then who's he?
Whose phone? All right, so all kidding aside, Hisoka's not actually suspicious of Takoya.
but he should be.
Well, that might be for another party member because Hisoka is kind of not that insightful.
I'm kind of suspicious of him. Kid comes out of nowhere, all of a sudden doesn't have any parents.
He
I don't know.
DM'd those
Every
flyers.
kid remembers their parents,
you
especially when
just
they're
want to
young.
eat him.
Well, this is true. This is true. But I don't like the way this tastes. So
Well, he won't-
where is
Don't worry, he won't like the way you taste either.
Where is Takuya? Can I ask him how long he's had his cat? Where did he go?
He's on Brogan's shoulders.
Wait,
He's-
yeah, I'd like to ask him a question. And rather than how long has he had the cat, what's the cat's name?
Risa,
This Risa.
Risa.
also in the chat. Risa,
Risa
the
the
cat.
cat.
Takuya, how long have you known Risa?
I've had him since he was a little orange kitten.
How long is that?
4 years.
And when did your parents die?
I was told they died in a fire.
By who?
Well, the last person who gave me food, and then that was it.
Hmm.
And he's been my only friend.
That's so sad.
This is too good a lie for a stupid monster. Then again, shape changers don't necessarily have to be stupid. All right. Well, I say we move in. I guess. I mean, technically, I wouldn't be pushing the party to move in because I hate the sewers. But
Well, Hisoka very much wants to push in because he wants to do the right thing and find this kid's cat.
okay. Well, I guess that's what we're doing.
All
We
right.
advance.
Away we go.
Just give me. Well, I'm gonna need someone to give me a strength check to try and get the sewer open.
Well, then I'll crouch down. Do.
Yeah.
Easy there, old man.
Give me,
Oh,
give me, give me,
man.
Give me an athletics acrobatics check if you have it. Not a strength save, so re-roll that.
Hang on. What,
Not advantage.
so what do you
though.
want?
A
No.
athletics or acrobatics check.
You said not advantage.
Not advantage.
You didn't say disadvantage, though,
No
right?
disadvantage, just a regular
Okay.
roll.
I'm curious how you would open a sewer grate with acrobatics.
Well, because I have to keep the kid on my shoulder while I'm crouching down and then taking the thing with my other hand.
Yeah, with the 22, you just kind of like brace him, and you just kind of like give like a singular grunt, and it just yeah, it just clunk, and you feel the bars like change, unlock, and you can just kind of pull it open. And as soon as you crack that baby open, it is hot garbage in the sun, trash bag smelly.
Like right in my face? Or did I dodge that?
It's in everyone's faces. It's in your noses.
Feel it. I can feel it in my bones.
Yeah.
Ugh.
It smells delicious.
And inside there are two paths on either side of like a central kind of canal that carries all the water through it, that carries all the water and the waste. So would you like to take the right path or the left path? And it's also pitch dark in there.
Well, I have light cast.
Okay. What
As I
did you
said
cast
earlier.
light on? Because earlier
Um,
you mentioned it was you gave light on what to let Hisoka see.
oh, my fan.
Okay, so you have the light on your fan still?
It's my focus, so why not be my source of light as well?
Well, it lasts for an hour. I just wanted to make sure we were on the same page of what
I
was
mean, it's a
what.
cantrip, so.
Yeah. Yeah. But no, we're theater of the mind. I just want everyone to be on the same page of where the source of light, where the source for the humans who can't see in the dark can how they can see.
I don't
I
think
can
I can
see.
see in the dark either.
Yeah.
So.
There you go.
All right. So I get. Do I have my weapons with me? I guess I do.
Yeah,
right?
you guys have all your inventory.
All right. So I'm gonna ready my short bow
Mm-hmm.
because this is creepy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we don't have to do it. I mean, we are just doing it for a stupid little kid.
But we have to do it for the sake of Takoya and his cat Risa.
Who?
Takoya,
Oh, right. Yes, the kid.
our
Forgot.
little buddy.
I was trying to put him to work. He wasn't my buddy.
Honestly, I'd rather just drop him off at the nearest orphanage.
We can't do that.
I mean, we can.
Come on, where's your sense of helping people and stuff?
If there's no fame in it, then what's the point?
I don't know. I see a lot of myself in this little kid.
Is it because he's naive?
There's a lot of other things.
All right, so we're
All
entering
right,
the sewer.
come on, let's-
presumably.
I got.
Yeah,
I got dice if you want to roll for which way we want to go.
That might be better. Let fate decide.
All right, so just someone just roll a d2. One will be left, two will be right.
It's his dice.
So Brogan, you'll type /roll 1d2. All right, so you're gonna go left. So following the left turn path, and with Daesung's John Daesung's light guiding the way, you are making your way through. You have gone about 15 feet straight from where you entered, and you are coming up on a turn. And what would you like to do regarding the turn up ahead?
Roll another dice.
Well, I'm not. I want to ask him what he wants to do. Does he want to tell everybody? Because I'm assuming the marching orders are Daichi up front, then
Well-
Daesung with the light, then Gomi, then Hisoka.
Well, the
Oh,
safest
okay.
strategy in a maze is to always follow one wall. So you choose the left or right wall, and then you follow it.
Do you say this out
Sounds good to me.
Yeah,
loud? Okay.
and it's also good to mark the wall as you're going if you can. Does anyone have any method to do so?
I might. Let me see. Um,
We can always smear the child's blood on the walls. That'll work.
At the sound of that, Gomi, you think that your half orc fingernails could probably cut through this like brick and like masonry.
I could use my dagger to cut X's in the wall.
I just got the manicured, but okay, I can mark on the wall.
Well, yeah, as a resort, because I didn't hear any ideas coming out. just to help keep the party going.
Well, whatever you want to do.
I'll mark the walls as we go along.
Okay.
All right. Do you mark them in particular? Just the X or something in Orcish or anything like that, or just mark it?
Oh, you'll know if it's marked. You'll know.
Okay. So we'll just say it's marked. All right. So you go 15 feet down, then you go about another 20 feet down that side as you hit that first corner. Then as you follow the wall, you end up going. We'll say we'll say it's north. So you go 15 feet north, then you go 20 feet left. Then you go about 120 feet north again, and as you reach there, it comes to like a full cross. You can go straight, right, or left, and you're not particularly sure, but you're starting to hear skittering and just the sound of um, either leather or something fleshy touching either like water or part of the masonry. And now that you've reached this crossroads, it seems like you might be actually directly under like the city, like the center of the city, because the ceilings are 30 feet high and they are arched. So every from now on, just assume that the ceilings are 30 feet tall, 30 feet tall, and they have an archway. They're not just like flat.
Okay.
I
And
say we keep following the strategy and just follow the right wall.
Agreed.
okay.
It's the safest way to not get lost in a maze.
Ahsoka once in a while just looks over his shoulder just to make sure nothing's following him.
All right, so you guys end up going another about 45 feet left, and then you come up to another intersection, and you end up going 40 feet south. And as you reach here, there seems to be a broken set of bars. It looks like it was to stop the passage of something, like large objects, or collect large objects here. Because on the other side, you see a ladder leading up, but that's broken in two, about 15 feet up.
Huh.
So yeah, as you come to the end of this hallway, sewer hallway, there's a broken grate in front of you, and you can see behind that a ladder leading up to probably the surface, but the ladder's broken.
Okay. Well, I guess that's. I don't know. We don't need to go use that ladder now. We have to stay in the sewer and find this cat.
How does the grate look broken?
It looks like something very strong pulled it from the middle out. It kind of bows out.
Oh, that's
Uh,
definitely different than what I was thinking. Okay, that's bad.
So it's still is it still in one piece, like it's intact?
There's pieces, yeah, for the like the most part, of like the 10 bars that are coming down to form the grate. The inner three on like 3 and 3 on each side seem like pulled towards the wall to make it to expand the opening, and then there are pieces on the sides that have just been worn away or have been broken and are kind of like jagged.
Can I examine the kind of like the tips of the bars to see if either there's any like caught fur or skin, or if there's any, I don't know, maybe like grip marks that something
Yeah,
pulled or
roll an
pushed?
investigation check. 17, very good. Um, So you do see that there appears to be claw marks that have wrapped around, like if something were to grab those inner two bars, there are claw marks from where it grabbed, and on the jagged edges, it looks like there's like these tufts of brown fur that are all matted, and it stinks differently than the sewer.
Hey, Takuya, how big did you say your cat was?
Oh, he's like just a fat little orange cat, and he's got stripes.
Well, because whatever did this is much bigger.
Big,
I'm
bigger.
Don't worry, he's not as big as Daichi, though.
I don't think
either this
anyone.
kid is a shapeshifter. Either this shape, if this kid's a shapeshifter and this shapeshifter is the worst and best actor in the world, or this, or this kid is not a shapeshifter.
I'm glad you've narrowed it down.
Like this shapeshifter's conception of what a child is like is so strange.
Unbelievable.
right.
So, are we interested in following whatever it was through this grate?
So that led to a dead end, though. That's with the broken ladder, right?
No, it keeps going.
Oh, it
It
keeps
looks
going.
like it
Okay.
looks like these grates were here to stop travel from one part of the sewer to the other.
Gotcha. So it looked like whatever went through the grate was going further down, not
Yeah,
out
it was
our
going
way, right?
further south.
Gotcha. All right.
Hmm.
Well, looks like we're going this way.
We should probably follow
Hisoka says a little tentatively.
it. Listen, you're the reason we're in here. You don't
Yeah,
want to
but I
go. We
didn't
don't have
know
to
there was
go.
things like this in here.
Never too late to stop.
Hisoka's considering it. Yeah, and then he's obviously at the back of the band again.
Yeah. So is the party going to follow through the opening in the grate?
Hisoka's waiting
that's
for
what
everyone
I was
else.
asking.
He's waiting in the back. He's kind of afraid right now.
Well, can any
His
of us
music
fit
is not
through the
helping.
openings in the grate, or do we need to?
Yeah, he can actually fit in there.
You could all fit one at a time through.
All
Why is
right,
there like this is even music?
Then I'm gonna hand.
No, it's not.
Yeah, right.
It's just noise.
This sounds like it's just noise.
It's ambience noise.
it's just there to freak you out.
It's very much working on Hisoka.
It's strange because he can't even hear it.
So I'm gonna hand the kid off to somebody else, and I'm going to lead the way through the opening. Who wants him?
All right, Hisoka will walk closely with him.
Kid'll ruin my concentration.
All right. So as the five of you make your way through the pulled apart bars of the grate there, you go about another 100 feet south, and then you follow the one wall to go 20 feet east, and all of you hear the sound of metal hitting masonry, metal hitting water, and you hear yelling. Um, none of you, I know what languages you speak. None of you can understand the language, but the voices are very deep, and it's very forceful, and it sounds very angry. Uh, there seems to be at least 3 sources of sound coming from the next corridor over.
What the heck is that? Yeah, Hisoka whispers now, so not talking loudly anymore. But what the heck is down here?
Well, if whatever it is, it can speak. That's a good sign.
Is it?
Yeah.
Help!
Means
it can
be
Help! Somebody help me!
Oh, we're not
You
going
hear,
that way.
you hear, you hear being shouted from down the corridor.
Yes. Shapeshifter. That's a shapeshifter trap if I've ever heard one.
Yeah, but it doesn't sound like a cat, so it doesn't
And
concern
then
us.
you hear the two other voices are yeah, the two other voices are yelling, and they're still attacking it, and you can hear that male voice crying out in pain, as you can hear that sound of flesh being cut.
Oh my god.
I say we approach, but we approach cautiously, observe our surroundings, and do not let ourselves be ambushed.
Okay, if you say so.
And I think we'd be ready to strike no matter what we see.
All right.
Because remember, we're in the sewers. If that's a real person in distress and we kill him, no one can pin it on us.
This.
Except for this kid. We'll have to get rid of the kid.
I'm feeling very out of my element right now. This became very adult very quickly.
John would actually not do that, so it's fine. Don't worry about it. He would not murder someone and then murder a child.
Okay. All right. So cautiously approach.
Yes. Very cautiously.
As you
Arms
approach,
out.
you hear the sound of the clanking metal and of the fighting, and as you get closer, you can smell fresh air. There's a surface opening somewhere close, and you still just hear the cries for help of the one man, until eventually you hear just the sound of just he like lets out a yelp and and he just gets shanked eventually, and his voice just goes away.
Someone just died.
Well, at least it wasn't us.
Well, maybe he's just asleep instead.
It could still be a trap. We
I
we
could
didn't
never
let
sleep down here.
we didn't let someone die. It could have been a trap. We never knew. We couldn't have known.
And
I
we
don't
wouldn't
like
have been
this
down here if it
place.
wasn't for that kid, so.
Exactly. It's the kid's fault. Kid killed him.
Yeah, I'm not so sure. The cat is worth it at this point.
Shinya is trembling.
Shin's not even here.
Shinya.
You mean Takuya?
Takoya, I'm fucking up my own characters. Well, that took an hour and a half.
Yeah, it didn't even take a whole session.
Yeah.
Not even a full session, an hour and a half. Takoya is trembling.
Alright, Ahsoka's trying to keep his shit together while trying to keep Takoya.
Is he trembling with laughter?
Alright.
I would say fear, anxiety.
Okay. Just making sure he's not reveling in the evilness.
He is 100% not reveling in the evil.
Yes. Well, listen.
All right. Well,
It's just you never know.
I'm going to unsheath my sword, and I'm now going to investigate the sound of the disturbance.
Okay.
I guess I should go too.
I'll back you up from a distance.
Ahsoka timidly as well follows with his bow out.
All right. As you round the corner, you see two hobgoblins. Both of them have torches. They are wearing almost like military gear. They have chainmail shields, and they have their longsword. And you see them stabbing a group of human bodies.
Oh, gross.
And
Are
they're speaking to each other in a language you don't understand.
How close are they to each other? Are they like right next to each other or a couple feet apart?
In a D&D sense, they're both on a square next to each other, 5 by 5.
Well,
Hmm.
let's be level-headed here. We don't know the full story.
Ahsoka stealths.
Can we see the humans?
It's clear from the bar that there are hobgoblins in this area, and they may not all be hostile. Perhaps what they are stabbing is the shapeshift.
Can I stealth?
Roll stealth, Hisoka.
Yeah,
Damn
let's
it.
have him go in there. Oh fuck.
So, Hisoka tries to fashion himself against the wall, but instead he slips into the watery muck on the side with a big splash. And the two hobgoblins look up and you start hearing boots coming as they're marching over towards you.
Alright,
How many
Hisoka
boots?
scrambles to get out of the water.
Probably at least 4 boots.
I'll help him out.
All right, so yeah, you pick them out. It's like a little bit of a ditch. It's like maybe like 2.5 feet down, but it was enough of like basically like you jumped in a kiddie pool, that kind of sound.
Yeah.
And they're coming, and as you're helping him, hold on, I need to roll something. Ooh, Takuya starts crying very loudly.
God damn it.
He's going to hell.
And the footsteps get louder, and you hear one of them whistle, but then you don't hear anything after that. And they approach the corner, and the two hobgoblins see you, and they both point and they scream something at you that you can't understand. And I would like for everyone to roll initiative. So I'm just gonna put your characters there. So select your character and then hit. Oh, wrong. So select your character. I didn't end up making the fancy tokens. Not yet. I figured since Lily's not here. So click your character and then hit initiative on your character sheet. Awesome. There we go. Hisoka. Wow, rolling hot.
What we got here? Why is my not showing up?
Did you
I guess
select
it
your?
didn't.
Yo, 16.
I
I see it.
did.
I see it.
I did, but I guess it didn't roll. Okay, there we go.
Yeah, you depending on your computer's internet connection.
Yeah, well, it's
is-
just more
is
my
what it
internet
is. So
connection.
let me
Fucking
draw
Verizon.
the outlines of the. Let me draw the outlines of the sewer. Oh, that's. It's one path. Whoop, nope. Control Z.
Okay, yeah, now I finally kind of have an idea of what the Hisoka here looks like.
So the
He's
two
got-
hop.
he's-
Have you never watched
he's-
Hunter x Hunter?
He's got some spades on his tits.
Surprised you guys haven't seen Hunter x Hunter.
So the two hobgoblins
Like,
come
the
around
best
this
anime out there
corner.
right now.
Come around the corner to here, and they are also going to roll for initiative. That's Mr. 1. Alright, so then we're gonna descending. Alright, the hobgoblins are gonna go first.
Oh boy.
There we go. All right. So they are these are 6 foot tall, very husky, burly men, military trained, wearing chainmail and a shield. And the first one is going to see you, Gomi, and is going to know that you're the threat. And he's gonna come up, and he is going to swing his longsword at you.
Oh man.
11 versus AC, which I think misses. I think your AC is 16? 15?
15.
15. Alright, so the first hobgoblin tries to horizontally slash at you, and you kind of like jump back quick, and it just kind of clangs harmlessly off of that. The other one is also going to charge in and is going to try and take a swing at you.
Why did they pick it on me?
You're a half-orc. They don't like you.
I didn't want this kid. God damn it.
14. 14 versus AC. They both miss. Gomi, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna attack. I'm gonna use my maul and try
Would
and
you-
swing at the.
Would you like to rage first as a bonus action?
I think I will rage first because they're both near me, and I'm gonna go for it.
All right. So this is the first time in a while that any of you have seen Gomi get super mad, and he just kind of goes
Fucking kid.
He just goes like Super Saiyan for a second, and his eyes actually change color to that like wolf yellow, and he starts to get like super hairy, and his perfectly manicured fingernails grow into like these wolf-like claws.
Oh damn.
Holy crap!
It's kind of like American Werewolf in London,
He's a teen wolf.
or Team Wolf Slave.
Not when you know his totem abilities. You'll be super excited. All
Attack.
right, so you bonus action, and then you're gonna swing with your maul.
All right.
All right.
He re- when he rages, does he remove his outer armor to reveal like a wolf howling at the moon T-shirt?
He's not wearing armor.
The joke.
Gomi. Yes, I understand the joke, but Gomi's just
It's so funny.
yeah, he's just balling. 15. The one directly to make mention. Are you attacking the one to like your east or southeast?
I'm gonna go with the east first.
Okay, so he manages to, while his sword's still kind of stuck in like against the wall and he's pulling it back, he sees you bring this gigantic fucking maul in his face, and he just kind of parries it with his shield. Jun, you're next. What would you like to do?
I'd like to say to everyone, don't kill them. We need to talk to them afterwards. We need to question them. And then I will cast. There's only 2 enemies here.
That you see.
Okay. Then I will cast Guiding Bolt on the one that he attacked.
All right, is that a ranged spell attack roll?
And it is, and I critical failed.
It's also a disadvantage if you want to roll it again to see if you roll maybe less than a 1.
I don't think I can. Why would it be a disadvantage?
Melee, ranged attacks, whether it's
Why am I in front?
Yeah, that is a good point. He should probably
I
switch
put
places
all,
with me.
you guys should.
I did not put my token on. So
Yeah.
don't try and blame that on me.
You should you should be able to move your character, can you not?
If anything, I should be next to Hisoka since I just helped him out of
Because
the water.
I put you guys there and none of you moved, whereas I just dragged you onto the map.
No.
If you guys
I
didn't
didn't
want to
realize-
move, that's on you. But this time
Why-
I'll say that you'll.
I didn't really pay attention to the positioning until now.
That's not my fault.
Not even used to recognizing my own token.
That's again not my fault.
Sure, but it's also not
All
my
right,
fault.
so so you go to shoot your guiding bolt at disadvantage since there is a hobgoblin right in your face, and
Great.
your bolt just goes flying down the sewer, just lighting it up, and you do notice. I'll give you this just because it was so pitiful that on your first thing for your first campaign combat you rolled a 1. You do see that the sewer is lined with just like these dead bodies with these stab wounds in them. Almost all of these humanoids are wearing just like clothes that are tattered.
So I'm just like, oh, you still want to talk to him now?
Yeah,
So
they seem
that's your
helpful.
turn. And you have a movement.
I'm definitely. I shouldn't. I am in a position I should definitely not be.
All right, you're gonna take an attack of opportunity.
Take a crit.
5. I'm rolling real poor, guys. This is not good for me. I am not having fun.
Fair.
I am
It's fair.
not having fun.
It's fair.
All right, Hisoka.
Okay. So
You
I'm
notice,
going to.
while this is something for you. While you notice Gomi raging, they are so distracted by him. You find
Sneak attack?
yourself, if you were to make a melee attack within 5 feet of him, it would probably be at advantage if you were next to him. But since he's against the wall, it looks like only Daichi would get that benefit.
I was thinking if I shot him with a bow and arrow, would that count as a sneak attack because he's being distracted?
Yes, because you have an ally within 5 feet of an
Yeah.
enemy, that will grant you sneak attack if you hit. You don't have advantage currently, but because of the sneak attack rules, because you have an ally within 5, it would be sneak attack if you hit.
I would like to try and shoot the one that's been hit already.
Neither have been hit.
I'm sorry, was attacked.
Okay.
The one that was attacked by both of my allies.
Yeah.
We're gonna wear him down.
All right, shoot him. 14 misses. You just kind of clinks off of their armor in the distance.
He's invincible.
And you have your movement and bonus action left.
I guess
He's
I
immune to
will-
all ranged attacks. That's why mine missed.
Yeah, I'm gonna move here.
All right, Daichi, you're up.
All right, I'm going to try and disarm the one in front of me. Now, do I have to make an attack
Yes,
and then do
so-
my superiority die?
Yeah. So what your disarming attack does is you attack, and your superiority die adds damage to the roll if you hit. And I believe you get to attack and then decide if you want to disarm.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I
I
have to
think
roll
that's
the
the way
attack
it's-
to-
Yeah, so roll your attack, and then you'll see if it's a disarming
Yep.
attack. 10. No, you miss. It just the one right to your east just blocks it with his shield.
Bastard.
But
Oh
you
wait,
are within,
I gotta.
but you are within 5 feet of Gomi. You get advantage. You get some sort of pack tactics. So roll again. And we'll see if it's higher. I'll take the 16, but the 16 doesn't hit. No. Close. You think that probably would have hit if you could manage to make him drop his shield. The first hobgoblin is going to take the disengage action. Actually, it's this one. He's going to take the disengage action, and he's going to move 30 feet back. And he is just going to shout something. You can't really discern what it is. Alright, and the next one is going to take another swing at you, Gomi. And he crits. There it is, Eric.
Oh.
Thanks, buddy.
What did I do?
You gave me a crit. Alright, so this was only one-handed because he has, so I'm going to take the 7 plus 3 instead of the 3 plus 5, because that's the two-handed where he rolls d10s. He's only, because he has a shield and he's attacking with one hand. He does 10 slashing damage, reduced in half because you're raging, so you take 5 slashing damage.
Oh man.
Yeah,
This is some bullshit.
it
This is some
definitely
bullshit.
It definitely is bullshit. All right, Gomi, you're next.
All right. Since a little goblin's still next to me to the east, I'm gonna try and take another swing at him with my ball.
All right. 21 hits.
Finally.
Yeah. So click on the mall and on the far right where you just rolled.
Okay.
Yeah, 10. Really good. Kinda. But you got 2 extra rage damage, so 12. Clonk! You manage to just you catch an opening in this guy's defenses, and you just Gallagher watermelon his head against the sewer wall, and that dude just goes down like a ton of bricks.
I thought we said we were knocking him out.
Nope. See all those bodies down there? We're not knocking anybody out.
They could be killing shapeshifters. We could be on the same side.
They could be shapeshifters.
Do they speak English
Really?
or common?
Has anyone
Could be.
tried to speak common with them?
Nah, we'll figure it out later.
All right. Well, you still
They
have.
shouldn't have been swinging at me.
Should have
Yeah.
taken a swing.
I figure swing first, talk later.
So
They
you,
swung at me, man. They swung at me.
So you
Self-defense.
still have 30 feet of movement and a bonus action left.
Oh my god. Where's my javelin? All right.
It would be an action to grab it because your maul is very heavy. It would be an action to put the maul down and grab a javelin. You wouldn't be able to throw it this turn.
Grab a
Oh,
javelin.
okay. So the other goblin's still. Let me actually run up to the other goblin.
Yeah, you could do that.
I'll try and close the distance. Does that work? Yeah.
Yeah. All
Move
right.
in there. Hey, buddy.
Perfect. All right.
Measure that distance.
John. Yeah, he can make it there.
That's 30 feet. You're good.
So as far as I know, Gomi just went off into the dark.
Yeah, your light only goes like 40 feet out, I think.
It's 40 feet, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll move on to the body. I'll check him for breathing. I'll see if he's breathing or not. Just quickly glance.
Well, from the melon ball shaped size skull and damage in his skull, he's not breathing ever again.
No, okay.
His
I'm gonna
sinuses are
shout.
clogged.
Oh no, I would actually say his sinuses are quite empty.
They're clear.
I want to shout. I said, don't kill them. They might be friendly. Like, and not like they're friendly right now, but like we might be on the same side here. And then, what's that thing?
Oh. What's what thing?
Nothing. I see a giant bird token.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Giant swarmer bird. All right.
There you go.
And now I see nothing.
There should be light on you.
And now,
Sorry, you're just a dark. There you go.
oh, it's because you're doing
Oh,
the
it's-
directional shit again.
Oh, it's darkness.
I'm seeing out of the top of my head.
It's
Make-
so black.
There. Well, it has sight. Oh, there we go.
This is definitely not working correctly.
I'll get it working later. I'll just turn it off. I didn't expect you guys.
I definitely
I didn't
have
expect
20
you guys to
feet.
go to the sewers.
I definitely have 20 feet of bright light, but I don't have 20 feet of dim light.
Can you see about 20 feet out? Because I have 20
Yeah.
on you.
I have 20 feet. I can definitely see 20 feet. I can see the edge of Gomi's thing, but yeah, now I see dim light.
All right, there you go.
Now it's working. Well, somewhat. Or like 15. But I'll take it. Also, did that token move? The
What
dead
token?
body just moved?
I moved it so I could click you.
Okay. I was gonna say, dead body's moving. Maybe they're not on our side. I want to spend my turn casting message, trying to talk to the goblin. Be like, we're not shapeshifters. Why did you attack us?
Can they reply to this?
Yeah.
How long
You cast
does
a spell through solid objects. The target, and only the target hears the message and can reply in a whisper that only. It's one action, lasts a round.
Okay. It just responds back in its language.
It's making it difficult. All right, well that's my turn. I can't.
Hisoka?
Okay, so I'm gonna run up to the guy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give him a little. Can I try? How big is this guy?
He's like 6 foot.
So he's a big boy.
He's a big boy. Hobgoblins are
Yeah.
big boys.
Probably can't tackle this guy then. So I'm gonna.
I mean, probably.
You're welcome to try.
Yeah, see, that's why I'd rather just probably attack him with my short sword.
If you got good strength, you'll be able to do it. But
Don't have good strength. Gotta attack with the short sword.
All right, you attack with advantage since you're within 5 feet of a raging Gomi. So you actually might be able to get a crit off of this. So make another attack just in case you crit.
Nope.
All right, I'll take the 20. So roll damage and add sneak attack to it.
Add sneak. How do I add sneak attacks? Then?
There should be like a check mark box
Yeah.
on your character sheet with the sneak
I'm
attack
looking
die.
for. Oh, I see it. All right.
Yeah, I added it for you. So just click
Oh, it's
that,
already
and then when
selected?
you roll the damage, it'll.
Gotcha. All right. Go back to here. Roll the damage.
All right, 15. Perfect. So as you you stab the guy right in like what with the gaps of his like armor. You get him like right through like the left shoulder, piercing his lungs and his heart, and he starts like coughing up blood, and he drops to his knees, and then he says something in common, and he goes, "Stupid, dirty humans."
That was
Told you
very
bad.
nice.
Okay, definitely not friendly then.
So is it dying, or
The one thing he says in common.
Yeah, it's the only thing he says in common.
is he
Please.
dying or is he?
Oh, he's dead.
He's dead.
He's
Okay.
dead.
So I kick him.
Yeah. And it
I'm
was
not
at
even
this,
human.
and it was at this point that a swarm of large black bird. Well, it's a swarm of tiny. It's a medium swarm of tiny beasts. These ravens come out, and they are going to try and peck you with their beaks. Hisoka.
Why?
It looks like you probably just killed the person who called them in.
What did I do to you,
Sorry,
birds?
that was James.
This one is a
Uh,
swarm of birds being controlled by a dude.
You don't know what falconry is?
Yeah, but that's like falcons, not a whole swarm of birds.
Yeah,
have a lot of falcons.
the birds are too upset, and they miss on their attacks.
These dumb birds.
They're in mourning now. So.
All right,
Enemy has many spies in its
Daichi,
employ.
you're up.
All right, so I'm going to run up to these birds that I have just seen come flying at my little friend,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to take a very wide swing at them.
All right, go for it, buddy.
Normal, advantage, disadvantage.
Regular, just normal. 17 hits, roll damage.
Oh, right.
12. What should have been like a great hit manages to kill about a quarter of the birds in there. It doesn't look like, because there's just so many flying in different directions, kind of like a bird tornado, a bird nado, if you will. You managed to kill about half or about a quarter of the birds, and they're all just kind of like squawking and oh, he's dead.
Piss off, birds!
Fuck off, ghost.
It should be bats, not birds.
All right, and then this another swarm is gonna come in and is gonna try and peck you.
Oh no!
23 hits, and damage. All right, so it is going to hit you just for the 11, not the extra 5. That 5 there is if it has less than half of its hit points, according to what I have it for. So it's just the 11. So you take 11 piercing damage of all these birds, and they're just like pecking you, and they're just like they're trying to get your hands, they're trying to get at your eyes.
If only I had my pocket sand.
Gomi, you're up.
I'm trying to consider. Would I be able to like roar and try and like scare the birds off? Is that an orc thing?
No.
Can I try and yell at them? All right.
You can yell
Fair
at them
enough.
if you want. I don't think an intimidation an intimidation check wouldn't work so great against them.
Okay. I guess I'll take a swing with my maul at the
All right.
remaining birds.
Yeah. All right. 18 hits.
And
All right. 12. Another great shot, and you managed to kill about a quarter of the birds. And they're just like, they're all pissed off now.
damn it.
Yeah. Jung, you're up.
Well, I don't think I can incapacitate a swarm. Nor would I want to. So I will attack the one that's injured already with Mighty Ray of Frost. And I rolled poorly. Not so mighty after all.
Yeah, they're just never in the same spot. You can't get a beat on their movements, and you just
If
kind
only it
of.
was my Cone of Frost. Why did I use the Cone of Frost?
All right. So these
He hit
birds.
them with a little bit of dry ice.
So these birds are going to fly over you, Gomi. They're gonna take an attack of opportunity from you, Daichi. So just take a swing at them. Regular
Oh.
attack, no advantage. Miss as they're you're too worried about the other birds that are pecking at you to get the ones that are leaving you. Gomi, these birds, as I've mentioned, it's like a 30-foot high. They're like above you, and they're starting to dive bomb you to try and
Oh,
get at
God
you.
damn it.
No, and they all just miss. You're just like, orc thing. You're just yelling things at them, and they're just like, oh shit.
Get your
Hisoka,
bird
you're
shit
up.
out of here. This weak shit out of here.
Hisoka, give me a perception check.
Perception check coming up. Hot stuff coming your way.
You've noticed that a human over here has begun to sit up and doesn't look as grievously injured as some of the other ones around here, but
Over where exactly?
over to your east, right? I marked it with a yellow X. There's a human over there who has managed to sit up and is trying to stand. He has a scimitar, but he looks a little weak to stand currently.
Alright, I don't see the yellow X anywhere. It's out of my range, I think.
Oh, it's too far away from Daisung then. Because yeah, this is his. Yeah, it's too far out of his.
I am the light.
Yeah, he's the light source, so it's out of your range then. Then you know what? You hear him. You don't see him. You hear a human moaning and trying. You hear the scraping of a scimitar against the ground
And that's coming from the east.
from the east.
Alright, I'll walk a little bit over that way.
Walking away from the birds, you're gonna take a pecking attack if you wish to do that. They're gonna make an attack against you.
Yeah, peck it, man. I don't care. They're not gonna hit.
21.
They hit me.
11 piercing damage.
Alright, that was obnoxious.
Damn, these little fuckers are.
Alright. Alright, well, I guess my character's just fucking blind right now because I can't see shit. So,
Nope, there's no light.
So I'm just gonna fucking. How much was that? That was.
That was too. You gotta go one more over to the left. Yep. You could.
and
Sorry,
then-
This is as far as you could make it. Right. This one is the furthest you could have
Yeah.
made it.
Alright, then I'll say hello to whatever that noise was in the darkness.
Oh, hello.
Might be an ice cream truck.
Ice cream. Where's their ice cream?
Alright, so what do I hear?
You just kind of hear him. You say hello, and you just hear like a. It sounds like an old man saying hello back to you.
It's like, hello, we're
Oh,
here
Yuya's
we're
here.
here to help. We're here to help. We don't want to hurt you.
Please, kill the goblins.
We will. Just hang on tight.
Hanging on.
Okie dokie. And then I'll do a dash
Yeah, bonus action
to
dash.
run on back over to here
Excellent.
by the birds, and then that'll be it.
You still have an attack.
Oh, I do. Okay, all right.
Yes.
I thought that would. Okay.
You used your
We'll do
movement
it.
and your bonus action. You didn't use your action.
Cool. Let's do short sword attack into the birds.
All right. You get advantage because you're within 5 feet of Gomi.
I definitely hit it anyway.
Yes,
I hope.
but if you get a crit, if you crit, your sneak attack also crit. Holy
Bam.
shit! All right. Your sneak attack will also crit if you have it selected. So roll
Yep.
damage. All right. So 7. That's what? 13 plus 7, 20.
20.
10.
Yeah.
Yeah, you managed to kill. Of the original flock, a quarter had died. You had managed to kill about half of that. So there's like only a few birds left. They don't seem to be doing. It doesn't look like they're going to be doing too much damage now, as you've killed a lot of them.
All right. Take that, birds.
And it is at this point another set is going to fly in, and it is going to hold its action. Daichi, you're up.
Alright, I'm gonna try and finish off that first flock of avian bitches.
15 hits. 13. Yeah, you do a similar amount of damage as Hisoka did. There's about a quarter of the remaining birds, a quarter of the original birds left. There's only a couple.
Ha ha!
All right.
Piss off, birds!
Piss off, birds. The birds over you, Gomi, are gonna try and
No,
attack
don't
you.
piss off the birds.
21, and it's only gonna do 2 piercing though, because there's only a few left. So you only take 1 damage because you're raging. You take half piercing damage. Gomi, you're up.
All right, I'm gonna try and swing at that last one of those birds. I guess
Yeah.
that's northwest.
North of you. They're on you. The ones that are on top of you.
All right, let's take
Yeah.
a swing. Son of a bitch!
No. Nope. No bueno. You miss wildly. Because there's only like 2 or 3. You're just kind of like swinging haphazardly, just trying to connect, but you don't make purchase with anything. Jun, you're up.
Does my breath attack count as a spell?
No.
No.
No. It does have a con DC though, I think. And anyone who gets caught in it is gonna have to make that save as well.
I know, but I could, if it was a spell, I could use careful spell, which would make them automatically save.
Yeah.
All right, I guess I'm sticking to Ray of Frost then.
All right. Roll for it.
Which birds are the healthiest?
The ones to the east of Daichi are fresh. The birds to the west of Daichi and the ones on southwest of Hisoka, very, very hurt. There's only a few birds left in those 2 flocks.
All right, so they don't hurt as much. I want to take out the bigger flock.
All right. And you
Take it
miss
lower.
wildly.
I miss again. I just can't hit tonight. That's 3
No.
misses,
Yeah.
and like low misses,
All right.
like not even close misses.
Not even close misses.
5 was my highest attack.
All right. Miss.
This guy's not good at magic.
Hisoka. Hisoka,
Stop
you're up.
saying that! Why does everyone keep saying that?
All right, I'm gonna attack the things with the short sword.
Yeah.
Does it get sneak attack for these things?
If you hit, you get sneak
If I
attack.
right.
Now,
I'm just making...
sneak attack. If you're attacking with advantage, sneak attack always applies. It's when you don't have advantage, there's certain rules. But if you're
Do
attacking
I-
with advantage, always applies.
Do I get advantage because of his fucking thing?
Yes, because of Gomi's Wolf
Gotcha.
Totem ability, any ally within 5 feet gets advantage on melee attacks.
Wolf totem. All right,
Yeah, you get pack tactics. 19 hits. Roll damage. Yeah, you've killed the last birds that were on top of them. You managed to, in one quick swing, you kill the 3 birds, and they just fall to the ground.
It wasn't as cool as that. I was more like kind of panicking and flailing my sword around a little bit.
Well, that's what it looked like to me.
All right. So he took down the birds,
Yeah.
or
and
my
they just-
birds, at least.
You still have a movement
Yep.
and a bonus action.
I'll move on up to these birds next, and then that'll be it, I think.
All right. Cool. All right. Let me delete the bird.
God, that auto advantage pack tactics thing is great.
Barbarians are great. All right, so it's these birds. I'm gonna try to end this. Well, hopefully, depending on how you guys roll. So we're gonna go through maybe one more round of combat, and we'll see how it goes, and we'll end the fight there. If that okay with everybody?
Hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, that
I don't
works.
want to. I don't want to keep you guys on the East Coast too late. I know PQ could play for another 8 hours. All right.
Seems about
They are
right.
going to attack Daichi 17 for 6.
Damn you! Oh wait, can I do a parry, or are they just kind of like too
yes, you can. You can parry them.
nice? My how are we rolling superiority dies anyway?
I think I made you a parry die.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, I made it real easy for you. So there you go. So the damage is reduced by that because they used a melee. So you used your reaction, and instead of taking 6 piercing, you take 1 piercing. Only one bird manages to connect,
Nice.
and you have 3 superiority die remaining.
Haha.
That took a long time to figure out how to code. That was
Well,
a pain in
I
the ass.
appreciate the efforts because that
Yeah.
was extremely easy.
Yes. So, Daichi, it's actually your turn.
Haha. All right. So I think it's the flock behind me that's slightly larger of the two. Yes.
Yeah, the one to your east is the healthier of the two.
All right. So I'm gonna turn around to them, seeing as the others are probably like flailing at this point. And do my big old fucking greatsword.
Yeah, roll.
Fuck you, birds.
Yeah, fuck you, bird. 22 hits. Bird law is not governed by reason. Yeah, you managed to. You've managed to take out about half the birds. All right, so these birds are going to disengage from the person who keeps swinging at them, and they're going to fly on top of you, Jun, and they're gonna hold their action. Gomi, you're up.
I still have birds on top of me, right?
You have birds to the northwest of you, and that's it. And then there's birds on top of Jung.
All right, I'm gonna take a swing at the birds just northwest of me.
All right, go for it. Yeah, you connect. Roll damage. Bam! Bird die
Finally.
now! And you just, yeah, you managed to kill all the birds in that flock.
Thank God.
All right, Jung, you're up.
They're still alive?
There's one on top of you.
Hit it! Hit it!
There's not. Oh, there is. Where did that come from?
They flew on top of. Were you not paying attention? Regardless, there's birds on top of your position.
Did I take damage?
No, they were holding their attack for some reason. They seem to be just like swarming above you.
I see.
Yeah.
I'll Ray of Frost again. Oh my god. Alright. I'm done. I'm tired. I'm using this. I'm using my trump card, which is favored by the gods. I roll 2d4 and add it to my attack roll. So it's a 14.
All right. You hit. How many of those do you get per long rest?
One per short / long rest.
Okay. So yeah, 14 hits, and you hit him for 6 cold damage, and they take all 6. They don't like it.
They're not a fan.
Not a fan.
Not cool.
Do you want to leave your character there? Because you can move that far away and not get an attack of opportunity from them.
I actually want to move here.
Perfect. There you go.
Oh, well, I guess that I would... One sec. I have to roll again,
Why?
because Ray of Frost is a ranged attack roll.
You're right.
So it might... Okay,
Yeah.
so yeah, this still works.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I can still roll worse than a 7.
You could roll way worse than a 7.
Alright, so that still works.
Yeah, you still hit.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay here though.
Okay.
That way I can give him some light. And
Hisoka, you're up.
Okay. I'm gonna see the other birds that are still here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna run at them,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna jump in the air and swipe at them with the sword.
Yeah, go for it. Make an attack roll.
'Cause these
Regular
with
birds-
attack.
disadvantage because you're
regular-
making a harder attack.
Regular attack, not
Yep.
not advantage.
Not advantaged. Yep. Because I left the wonderful auspices of good old
Go me.
fucking pack guy. Alright, and these birds I'm a little more confident against.
You hit. Roll damage. No sneak it. Yes, you get sneak attack because you have people within 5 feet of you. So you hit for 15, reduced by half. All right, that was enough to kill the birds.
Haha!
Good job, everybody. And
Beating the birds.
you beat the birds, but
That-
you don't
Go ahead.
get the to go a little meta. You don't get the sound you're looking for. Instead, you see that man stand up, and the upper half of his torso seems to darken and get more compact, and you see him approach, and he becomes, Gombi, you see this in the darkness, he's becoming more jackal-like. You see his ears shift from the sides of his head to on top, and they have these long tufts, and he has his scimitar, and he just starts laughing maniacally, and he just goes, he starts like sniffing loud, and he goes, dinner? And that's where we're gonna end tonight's session.
Where the fuck is Takoya?
Takoya is right next to Jung.
Do
Told
we
you guys
have
we shouldn't have helped him.
Do we have an icon for him?
I'll make one for him. Right
Okay.
now he's just a little boy. There you go.
Yay!
There you go.
Obviously, the jackal's talking about Takuya, so
Can
just
you draw
feed him
that
to
in blue
the-
next
Yeah,
time?
just
That
give him
looks
the
more
kid and
feminine.
we'll be
Yeah.
good.